What's happening? Just like the Indians used to do it. Yeah. Anyway, check this out. Look. This one right here. Look. It's got a little notch around the end, right? Look, it's got a bleeder on this side. It's got an oddly shaped bleeder on this side too. Actually, in the way that it looks, that it'd probably fly lopsided, it'd probably spiral. Then I found this one in the creek, right? Look. It's not much of a bleeder, but look. That's definitely a style I've seen before, okay? I found this cool little red rock here. This, I think it's a little shard of flint. Anyway, so since I found these freaking two, right? I'm guessing, and I found them within like freaking a few minutes of each other, okay? I'm guessing I will find another one, too. See, that's what I'm starting to think about this flaking, man. Like, look, normally an arrowhead is made out of hard stone that has a consistent flaking pattern. But this actually right here, this is some kind of composite stone. This does not flake evenly at all, okay? Like that, right? Like this right here, so look at this. This could be a fucking, like a bark stripper on an arrow stick, or a freaking like it really does look like it could be, right? It's kind of a little edge, a little blade. So I'm wondering, is this actual like fucking like, look, 200 years ago were Indians in this creek, like cracking motherfucking arrowheads out in the rocks. Not all of them were like high quality, some they just abandoned. Or is there another freaking process going on at the same time? Like, I know, like, the Indians, look, this is how they used to mine copper back in the day. They where there's copper deposits, man, there's this, like, big bluish green color, it's really freaking, it's really distinctive. And what they would do is they would frickin' like try to beat in it, right? Knock a little hole in it. And then they would go and pour water in it in the wintertime. And the ice itself would, over time, would crack big chunks off, okay? It would flake. It would basically flake it. Or crack it, dude. And they were just using the natural cold warm cycle, okay? Makes a lot of sense, because it's like just me being out here freaking walking around through this freaking trench. Look, it's cost a lot of energy, right? And it is not really that simple of a task, man, to nap a motherfucking arrowhead, dude, especially out of rock, man. I mean, glass is easier, but it's hard too, dude. It's not a fucking easy task at all. So, I'm wondering if they don't naturally just flake sometimes from the cold. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's like, man, I find all these tiny fragments of some flake rock, man, but I don't find a big piece, man. I trust me, I'm out here looking, and these erosions happening, and shit's slowly eroding down that hill. Little pieces are, little and big pieces are getting put back into circulation, so to speak. Oh, look at this. It's an interesting rock. I got a bunch of little interestings, but I haven't found another arrowhead looking one yet. And dude, I found an arrowhead in a motherfucker's, like, look, in his rock bed at a fucking new build, dude, out in Grand Blanc. I don't know where they got those rocks from, but look, there's a freaking arrowhead right in there at the job site. Of course I snagged it. You know, I doubt anybody's gonna know what's missing. Put that in the evidence file. Ooh, this might be a joint right there. Dun, 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 dun. That's the joint. That's close, but it's too fat. Yeah, and I wonder if just some of these just don't appear because look, rocks break in like certain rocks break in a particular fashion. That's why you see these similar shapes all the time. Sometimes, anyway. Damn, that shit looks like a fucking strawberry. It's a beautiful rock. It's like, please, come on, man, arrowhead, pop out. Well, this, I mean, it's kind of close, but no cigar. Okay, here we go. This one's very close, look. Here's the point. At the bottom, you got a notcher, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of fat. So, you know, but I mean, it's got the shape, dude. I mean, did that just happen naturally, or was that a failure from the Indians that were out here cracking rocks in a freaking ditch? Here's another one, look. And this one's not that good, but look. Alright. Hey, in a pinch, it'll work. It's just not very good. Not very good work, but it'll still work. Because trust me, I've experimented making my own traditional style bows and arrows. So I'm Indian, I can do that. Right here, I think I found another one. Let's see. Look. Triangular shape. Stand out at this bottom here. It's got a bleeder on one side. You know what I'm saying? It's close, but it'll work in a pinch. But look, I guess if you're masters, and there's no fucking look. All these rocks here right now, right? So it's like there's no shortage of materials and whatnot. So it's to be like, you know what I'm saying? Send them back to the streets where they came from. Yeah, this is close right here too, look. It's got a bleeder. It's lopsided. This wouldn't be an arrowhead, this would be more like a spearhead. But it's not very sharp. I mean, like this could have been natural, but look. It's got another little tip right there. I mean, you know, maybe, you know, they don't tell us exactly how many Indians was here back in the day. I mean, imagine if they had like a whole fucking, they had like a whole Buick City staff of motherfuckers out here. Click, 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 clink, clink, crack, crack. All motherfucking day. You know what I'm saying? Man, that bitch was so blue underwater. It's a pretty motherfucking rock, dude. I mean, there's just so many pretty rocks, man. Kind of like flowers, man. They're like, you want to like take them all, but why? You know what I'm saying? You can't anyway. You just want to because there's so many cool ones. Could go forever. This right here, this almost looks like a drill, like a bow drill tip. To bore out a fucking hole. So, you know, to some extent, maybe it's just this. It's just like, look, searching. Maybe some of the Indians, this is what they did. They just searched. And they found the ones that were already, nature did most of the work. Right? Save energy. Work smarter, not harder. Less calories, less heartache. Less people complaining about how much you suck at everything. Well, I'm talking about. So, well, you know, I accomplished my task of, I did find some more rock. A couple of them, they weren't that great, but they fit some of the criteria of the fucking arrowhead. Like, there was probably multiple methods, man. Freaking, they probably weren't just napping. Some of them, they were probably, like, literally taking a sandstone and grinding down a little fucking arrowhead for, like, excessive amounts of time. No one dropping it. That's all good. I'll be fine. Anyway, man, yeah, just like the Indians used to do it. Got my beer in the crick, getting chilled real quick before I crack-a-lack it. Like even that, man. Looks like a field tip. And I know there was a special kind of arrow they made where it was hollow, and they stuck like a fragmenting piece in the tip in the arrowhead, so when it hit it would freaking break off. And of course it was jagged, it was barbed, and it had cutting edges on it, so the more the animal ran, the worse it would drive itself in deeper. I mean, even though that's pretty, it's pretty cool, but at the same time, it's really fucking smart, man. It's like, survival's a motherfucker, dude. So, gotta think about that there. Survival is a motherfucker. Got me some good little artifacts. I don't know. We'll see.